My name is Binod Thakal. I'm a professor of medicine at Medical College of Wisconsin, focusing on multiple myeloma. At EHA 2026, I'm pleased to present on behalf of my authors the analysis of phenotype and soluble BCMA kinetics, as well as updated phase 1b results of Durga 1 trial, which evaluates AZD0120 in patients with relapsed refractory multiple myeloma. CAR T cell products that showed high proportion of stem cell naive and central memory phenotype have been associated with enhanced anti-tumor activity, improved persistence, and reduced inflammatory toxicity. By conventional manufacturing, only about 30% of the patients of approved CAR T cell therapies have this naive phenotype. AZD0120 is a first-in-class autologous BCMA CD19 dual targeting CAR T that uses a next-generation manufacturing process. This process is designed to address several challenges that exist with the current CAR T cell manufacturing, which includes long vein-to-vein time, limited patient access, and reduced T cell fitness. Importantly, the next-generation manufacturing process eliminates the need for excessive ex vivo expansion, resulting in a product that is younger, fitter, naive T cell phenotype. The dual BCMA CD19 property of AZD0120 offers an advantage by targeting both the plasma cells by BCMA and the progenitor cells by CD19. The next generation manufacturing process offers rapid manufacturing, generating younger, healthier naive T cells. At this meeting, we're going to present the translational and the updated clinical results of Durga 1 trial for the phase 1b portion of the ongoing phase 1b2 clinical trial. Patients were eligible if they had 3 or more prior lines of therapy and exposed to PI immune anti-CD38 antibody. Prior BCMA targeted therapy was also allowed as long as the washout was 6 months and before. After receiving apheresis, patient received single infusion of AZD0120 after a standard lymphodepletion of the fludarabine cyclophosphamide. Bridging was allowed but not required per the protocol before the CAR T infusion. The primary objective of the phase 1b portion was to assess the safety, tolerability, and the recommended phase 2 dose. And the secondary objectives included evaluation of the cellular phenotype, cellular kinetics, pharmacodynamics, and MRD negativity rate. A total of 27 patients were included in the study. The median age was 62, and the median prior lines of therapy were 4. 26 of the patients were BCMA therapy exposed, out of which 6 were receiving prior CAR T and 1 with the prior T cell engager. 52% of the patients had high-risk cytogenetic abnormalities, at least one of the high-risk cytogenetic abnormalities, 414, 1416, 17p, and gain amplification of 1q. Overall, we observed a high frequency of naive stem cell and central memory T cell in the AZD products. An average of 70% of the evaluated CAR T product showed less differentiated phenotype, a phenotype that is associated with the better outcomes. Cellular kinetics demonstrated a rapid in vivo CAR T expansion with a peak concentration occurring at median of 13 days. The Cmax was proportional to the approved CAR T therapies despite being at a lower dose. The rapid expansion and persistence of the CAR T, which occurred almost in all patients, 100% of the patients up to day 56, was also associated with a corresponding reduction in the soluble BCMA. Soluble BCMA decline was rapid and deep, occurring mostly by day 14 and maintained for at least 12 months in patients with 12 months of follow-up. At median of 9 months of follow-up, we observed 100% overall response rate in 24 efficacy evaluable patients. The responses are deep and durable. Its complete response and better rate was 90%, 91.7%, 90% dose level 1, and 92.9% in dose level 2. Among the 6 prior BCMA treated, CAR T treated patients, the overall response rate was 100%, out of which 5 of 6 patients achieved complete response and better. In terms of safety, CRS occurred in 17 patients, all grade 1, except for 1 patient with grade 2. There is no grade 3 CRS. Similarly, there was only 1 grade 1 ICANS that occurred on day 10 and resolved with just 1 course of steroid. There is no any evidence of delayed neurotoxicities. The prolonged cytopenia was rare, and a grade 3 and higher infection occurred in only 2 patients, that is 7.4% of patients. In terms of cytokine profile, We observed peak level of subset of cytokines like interleukin-6 and TNF interferon gamma that occurred early and were associated with low-grade CRS. Cytokine peak occurred early, were transient and were self-limited. And the other cytokine profile is comparable to the approved CAR T-cell therapies. We also observed a CD19 positive B-cell decline that was maintained over time. And despite the B-cell aplasia, we didn't observe any high rates of infections. And the recovery of the B-cell was not associated with the increased progression. So in conclusion, the translational analysis of AZD0120 demonstrates that it has high proportion of stem cell, naive and central memory T cells that provides further evidence of the deep and durable responses achieved with this product. The soluble BCMA decline was rapid and deep and was associated with a high response rate of 100%, complete response and a better rate of 91.7%, and MRD negativity of 95%. So the safety profile is quite favorable with no grade 3 or higher CRS, only one grade 1 ICANS and no delayed toxicities. The safety profile of this drug or of this product is well suited for outpatient administration. And the next generation manufacturing process with a reliable manufacturing and the median turnaround time from apheresis to release of 14 days is potentially enables the increased access of this CAR T-cell therapy in relapsed refractory setting.